Good morning, welcome back to another episode. Today we're on Cold Nap Beach. It's a Monday morning. The temperatures have definitely dropped. It's 7 degrees. And who wants to start a Monday and work? I certainly don't. So today I'm going to have a couple of hours starting my day on the beach, trying to catch a few little fish. What a beautiful morning to be alive. Look at it, it's gorgeous. I don't want to be working this morning, so I'm just going to come down here, cast out some little hooks. I've got a match coming up in a few weeks, so it gives me the opportunity to practice with some rigs and some baits and some reels that I don't normally use. All summer I've been casting out single crab baits, and I've just gone on to ray fishing, casting bigger fish baits. So with a venue like this, it gives me the opportunity to practice with some ragworm, bit of sand eel, bit of mackerel, bit of bluey, tiny bit of reef roast squid. There's some rigs, some size 2s, 4s, 1/0s, reels, light line, 12-pound line, some bigger leads, some smaller leads. There we go, nothing too powerful first cast. Let's just get some baits in the water, get myself set up. I can relax, decompress, take a breath and enjoy the session. Here we go, to all I'm using. On one rod I'm using a 3-hook clip rig, on the other rod I'm using a 3-hook flapper. On the flapper I'm more or less just going to be fishing ragworm, just fishing for little pouting and whiting, and on the clip rig sand eel and mackerel. So size 4s on the flapper, simple bit of ragworm, where we all began, just a bit of worm on a hook, trying to catch something that swims. Break off that bit of tail. Really simple. Size 4s. We might not even catch anything this morning. I'm not interested in catching rays and stuff, and if one comes along then great. All it does is it works as an exercise to test my tackle, to test my rigs, to test my reels, to test my lines. I haven't used these reels in a very long time, so it's nice to come down here, give them a bash, give them a smash, see how they perform. If they need a bit of a tweak for next time, then I know. These are the reels I'll probably be taking up North Wales, and it's really good just to get out, use them and get familiar with your tackle. If you're familiar with your tackle, familiar casting these rigs on these sort of pebbles, on these conditions, then you can take that away with you and it all acts as practice and exercise. There we go, little pin white in first cast, even on an 8-inch hook length. He is absolutely necked that, and there's a bit of tide running at the moment, so how I like to fish things, if there's more tide, I fish shorter hook lengths. This, on the bottom hook, at some point, we had a small strap. Look at all that slime. That was the bottom hook of the same rig. He smashed that. And he twisted himself off as well. Little rascal. I really love fishing like this. Tiny bits of worm, little hooks. I don't need big fish to make me happy. Little fish, little bites. Just seeing what's alive and what's out there. Swimming along the bottom. It really does it for me. Little baits, little hooks. Plenty of activity. Keeps me happy. So before I left the house, to act a bit like an adult, I picked up an apple and a banana, but I couldn't resist these cookies my wife's been making, and they are absolutely lush. I swear she's putting crap or something in, because all I want to do is eat these cookies all the time. It's really important you start your day right. Every day you've got to start it right. You've got to start it on a positive note. And I've made the most of an opportunity. That sun's coming up, it's fresh and crisp, and it really stimulates your senses. It's so nice to be out. There's no way I was going to work as hard as I did last week. I think I built 7 rods last week. Plus repairs and other bits and pieces, reel seats and reducers and shrink tube and all that. fucking palaver, and there's no way I was going to fall into the trap and do it again. So I'm really, really pleased that I've made the effort to come out. There we go, second cast, another pair of pins. I'm only leaving these casts about 10 to 12 minutes. Little worm baits, I don't like to leave too long. I've been here an hour so far, and it's not too bad. And I whited every cast on the one rod, nothing on the other rod. But the last two casts, I've been smashed by eels, taking my whiting, my poor little whiting, off the rigs. And they're quite clever, they're giving little pulls and breakouts, and they're not taking the whole fish. They know what they're doing. They're just having a little nibble, and it's probably not a big eel. That's the mouth there, look, it's probably about 5-6 pounds, but he knows what he's doing. And that's twice, 2 casts in a row, he smashed me up on my whiting. Right, we'll try and deal with this. We'll try and get the suspect out of the swim, because I'm enjoying catching my little fish, and he's getting in the way. So we've put the 2 little whiting that have been smashed on a pair of 8 those, and we'll lob it out in a minute and see if we can get the perpetrator. This is lush. Probably been about 2 hours now. I'm feeling really refreshed, really nice. I'm probably about ready to go home. I might have 1 or 2 more casts. Oh. There we go, last cast in the water. I'm going to give him 15 minutes and I'm going to get home. I'm definitely ready to do some work now and get a few hours done. And who knows, maybe I get out again later. Let's see what the day brings. It looks like we've got a bit of activity on that rod for a change, bit of a bite. I've just reeled in the other rod with a single pin on. So let's go see if we got a doggy. There we go, strong finish in the end, a dog and a strap on the 3 hooker, nice little fight on the 6.5, 12 pound line, perfectly hooked, look, lovely job. Definitely happy to go home now. Let's get him back, get home and do some work. Well, that rig is definitely messed up. Thank you for watching, get out, enjoy yourself, don't overcomplicate things. Enjoy your fishing, enjoy your fresh air. And it doesn't have to be fishing. It could be a walk with a missus, a walk with a dog, a little bit of sports, a little jog around the block, it doesn't matter. Fresh air, exercise, being outside is far more beneficial than sitting in the house. Thanks for watching, tight lines, see you again.